Hello, internet fans. It's your old pal Rottin Roger here from 3bproductionco.com. It's Monday again, so by now, you know what that means. That's right, it's time for another Rottin Roger Recommends video. And this week, I'm going to be talking about a movie that is universally hated, much like I did when I talked about Doom. I don't really understand the hate. I like the movie, so that's why I'm recommending it. This week, I'm going to be talking about Joe Berlinger's 2001 sequel, Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. Stop. Before you shut this video off, let me talk for just a minute, please. I know that it cannot live up to the original Blair Witch. The Blair Witch has a very devoted fan base. It has people who really like it, and then there's people who don't understand it and kind of hate on it. Blair Witch 2 is a whole different animal. Blair Witch 2 is a movie that pretends that the first movie was just a movie. It's a movie that puts us in the driver's seat, if you will. It's sort of told from the perspective of a fan of the Blair Witch film. And there's a guy who offers tours of the Black Hills. He picks up a group of people and takes them out to the woods, to Burkittsville, and they encounter witchcraft. They encounter the Blair Witch. It's done very well. I can see why people don't care for it, but I think there's something to this movie. I think that there's a lot of redeeming factors. There's a lot of go back and rewatch it. I know when the VHS came out when I was in high school, there was a whole thing, The Secret of S-Reber, where you watch the movie backwards and you pick up on all these little hidden messages and things rearranged and weird faces and reflections and stuff that is tough for you to catch going through the normal way. You have to go backwards and see these things. I think that that's very ambitious and that's very brave. You know, they tried to do something big and grandiose and crazy like the original film did, but in a different way. And I like this movie for what it is. This, if you didn't call it Blair Witch, it is just sort of a haunting film. And it's done very well. There's parts in it that are actually scary. So I have to recommend it. Again, I understand the plight. I understand that people are on the fence about it. They don't care a great deal for it, or they didn't have a fun time with it, but it's definitely worth a rewatch. So if you haven't seen it in a while, you know, dust it off and check it out. Or if you don't own it at all and you haven't seen it, you just heard the, you know, the word around the water cooler, so to speak, click the link in the description and order a copy of Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2 for you. Because it's super fucking rad and it gets wrote off. Sort of like Pet Sematary 2 got wrote off. Don't write movies off. Give them an hour and a half. Check them out. But I suppose I should probably get going because, after all, it's a lot of movies out there. Somebody's got to watch them. So why not me? Right?